Probably don't have a ton of them. So we don't have a ton of them in the big scheme of things. It was a late breaking addition to this show. So welcome into HSN. I'm Shannon. I love spending time with you. I love being around the home. I hope you can join me. I have a home show through the month of September called Shannon's in the House, where we do home hacks. Find me on Facebook. I'd love to, you know, you're already my friend, but I'd love to meet and greet you because we share a lot of great tips. Well, here's a tip from me to you. You probably have more house guests than you really realize. You're like, oh no, I'm not seeing family and friends. Well, there might be some freeloaders that you're not aware of. And whether we like it or not, they're there. It doesn't matter how well you clean your home, doesn't matter how much you do your laundry or how often you make your bed. Even if you're obsessed with doing laundry like I am, we shed skin cells. And if you wake up in the morning and you're kind of coughing, kind of sneezing, your eyes are kind of red, well, guess what? You got yourself some freeloaders. They feast on those things that we shed naturally as humans. So if you are looking for a way to, are you ready for this? Kill them. Kill them, kill them. Let me just show you this with this oversized light. Now, so again, it doesn't light up until you make contact with something. So you can kill. This will sanitize. It will disrupt their little claws, and it will remove them. So without further ado, Alexandra Baker is here. It was a late breaking addition to my show. It is really unique in its class. I think it's best in class, just like you, Alexandra. But,
oh, you're so sweet, Shannon. Thank you so much.
But it's really true. Every time we do the RAYCOP, what generally happens is people watch the presentation, they listen to the presentation, and then everybody kind of goes into what I call freak out or panic mode at the end, because then they're like, oh, wait a minute, she's right. No matter how well I wash my sheets, no matter how well I clean my home, this is something we all have to deal with, right?
Absolutely, Shannon. Well, first of all, thank you. Welcome to my home. You're in my bedroom. This is actually my bedroom. And you can see, I don't want this to be a production for you. You can see my bed is pretty much made, but I am passing this right over the sheets, right over a bed that's already made. This is RAYCOP. You're going to clean the unseen, and those little critters that you're talking about are the dust mites. So if you're suffering from allergies, you have an itchy nose, watery eyes, you're coughing a lot, your family members, you find that they are coughing a lot, boy, oh boy, are you going to love having RAYCOP in your home. Now, in this presentation, I am going to explain exactly how this works. It's the RayClean technology. It works with 3 different things, but the big thing that it does, and I want to show you this right off the bat, is that ultraviolet light. We knew that the ultraviolet light was killing the viruses, 99.9% of E. coli, staph, influenza A, and other bacteria. But the big deal was the fact that not only were you having a solution for those dust mites, the EPA estimates an upwards of 10 million dust mites are in your bed and eating the dead shed skin cells. As long as you're alive in your house, you are shedding dead skin cells. And they love to be close to our head. So you want to make sure you're getting the pillows. Notice how I have pillowcases right on the pillows. I just pass this back and forth. So not only is it passing the light and changing the DNA of their unhatched eggs, their carcasses, which is terrible, but it's got little pulsating pads inside to shake in their little claws. We want to extract them from our fibers, even fibers that we think are clean, even stuffed animals. We want to make sure that we're passing them right over the stuffed animals that haven't been laundered as often as they should. And then even when you come inside with your handbag, I want you to just make sure that that LED light is hitting the handles and hitting right there on your bag so that you don't have to worry about those germs. So all of that is being killed. Now, why do we want to do that? Why is that such a big deal? Because remember, this is a clean dust cup, Shannon. Shannon, when we would work together in the studio, she would step back like 5 feet because I would show her the dust cup. Oh my God. And how quickly, look at this. It would be so filled with debris, not just lint, hair, but all of these, the dust mite matter that we can't see with our eyes. It's all there. This is enough reason to want to start using your RAYCOP.
I know, it's so funny, Alexandra, even as you're holding that up, it's so, my eyes are automatically, it's like I can feel myself starting to want to sneeze. And that, I always say it's not stunt debris. And as we said earlier, it's no judgment here. It's not your fault. No matter how well you do your laundry with your today's special or how often you wash your sheets, remember, this is a calibrated, targeted, specific way to kill those critters, disrupt their little claws, and get them out. So it is that tri-pronged approach. Plus what I was showing you earlier, and I'll just turn this on for a moment so you can kind of get the general idea. It's a much wider pathway as well. So we've all seen those sanitizing wands, et cetera, and those are good in smaller contained areas, but boy, oh boy, if you want to do a pet bed, if you want to do a mattress, if you want to do your sofa cushions, your dining room chairs, Alexandra, at the end of the day, killing them with those lights is one thing, but then you got to disrupt those little claws and you got to get them out. And I told you this story before. It's actually my brother's dog who has allergies that's worse than the kids. So our little fur babies are not exempt from the kind of issues that happen with these little guys either.
You know, they come in from outside, their paws are laden with bacteria, and then they're jumping on your bed, okay? And then you're wondering why you are suffering so much. Make sure, and not to mention your fur babies, often they too are allergic and scratching quite a bit because the dust mites are bothering their sweet little skin as well. So in between washing the pet beds or even the pet bed covers, go ahead and pass your RAYCOP. Now, I did want to show you it has two filters, not only the large filter, which is that larger dust cup, which is very easy to clean. I'll show you how to do that in a moment. But you also have the HEPA filter. Now, remember, the HEPA filter, and it's located right here in the back. You'll change this filter every other year. Look at how easy it is to just, slide this right in here. And then you have the little cover. The reason why it is so important that you understand that you have your HEPA filter as well as the larger one is because this is going to trap all of those microorganisms, all of those tiny microorganisms as tiny as 0.3. One strand of hair is about 100 microns. And then on top of that, it's pulling that in. So, unlike a vacuum where you have, sometimes the dust is going back into the air and irritating your allergies or the allergies of your loved ones, this one, it's trapping it, keeping them in there because it is an allergen product first and foremost. And then, of course, the dust cup, you simply rinse. So important to know that with that ultraviolet light, you are also killing 99.9% of viruses, E. coli, influenza A. Influenza A is really serious stuff, as well as other germs and bacteria. So not only is this an allergen product, it is not a regular vacuum, it's an ultraviolet vacuum. But then because of that ultraviolet light, you are sanitizing textiles and upholstered items that ordinarily you wouldn't be able to do. I love to just keep this in my room. We're actually in my room now. So we're going to walk into the living room where we're going to be sanitizing some upholstered chairs. But I literally just keep this right here on its little stand. The stand was a bonus that we had a while back. But you just keep it right there. You get a nice long cord and you are ready to go. It's easy, it's simple, and necessary to use with what's going on right now and wanting to keep your home clean.
Absolutely, and necessary really does nail it. I mean, that's really true. This is more than just a want or pipe dream. It's a gotta get it. Hey, incidentally, not for nothing, that $139 price is virtually a today's special value for all intents and purposes. Basically, it is $50 off our HSN price. And it's funny, when Alexandra and I were texting earlier, I just noticed that, along with that free shipping, because I'm happy and privileged to be here for over 25 years at HSN, and when Alexandra, because we used to do this a lot together because I do a lot of our home shows, we didn't do it for $139. In fact, that $189 was normally what we used to sell it out for, but then if we got a price adjustment, it would be $169, $179. That is, for lack of a better term, like a smart deal or today's special. I mean, it really is. So what I would really encourage you to do with that free shipping and that 30-day return policy, get it at home. It is that true HEPA filtration. It is unique in class. And once you see that debris that you are taking out of your mattress, out of your pillows, out of your pet beds, out of your sofa cushions, out of your dining room chairs, wherever you want to use this, I am confident you will never ever send it back. And one quick note or word to the wise, in addition to this being $50 off only as long as supplies last, killing, disrupting, and removing that carcass. Sounds a little gross to say it that way, but that's what it is. At the end of the day, you're killing, you're disrupting, and you're removing that carcass of those critters and creatures. But remember, this is calibrated in such a way that you don't have to complete, it's not just on laundry day. You can use it over your comforter. You can use it over your blinged out throw. You can use it over and under, you know, all of your great accessories. And Alexandra, that's the one key thing that we love mentioning. You don't worry about a spray. You don't worry about all those particulates. You don't worry about a wipe. You don't worry about all of the other elements that go along with those things that we use to try to keep our homes clean, correct?
No, absolutely. You said it correctly. So this is a 6-inch wide, extra wide, ultraviolet light, okay? You are not using chemicals. That is huge because you can't even find the chemical sprays right now. So this is that first line of defense. This is what's attacking those dust mites that are so bothersome. Then when I turn it over, there's some pulsating pads. And here's some water, kind of doing a little water dance there, shaking around. That's really important because we're not talking about a louse or lice. Look at this. Here, we're talking about lots of little particles, even fecal matter. So I love how I can just, you know, pass this right over. If you're wondering if this is strong suction, when I pass it right on a double thick flannel sheet, I had to cut it just so that you could see. I'm going to give this a pass, and I want you to see, because all of that white powder represented those dust mites, okay? And then in just a second, you're able to see, wow, look at that. It created a path. So you can see how it's pulling in all of those microorganisms. So we've got the pulsating pads, we've got the suction, but I want you to also see the power of the suction. You press the button for 3 seconds, press it again, and it's on. Now, let me turn this box. I want you to see the cyclonic motion. You see that round motion? So it's not the same type of power that we desire necessarily when we're cleaning our floors or even dust from the top of our furniture. This is perfectly calibrated so that I can take this same unit, pick it up, and put it over these rhinestone pillows and not have to worry about anything. This is what's going on in our homes today. I just give this a pass. I love leaving this out. Go right over the pillows, all of those textiles that you're not able to throw into the wash. So important. People are coming inside, sitting on your furniture. God only knows what's on your person. So this way, you are able to just take this, pass it right over. If you have pets, we have a little dog. Queen Elizabeth is her name. She sits on everything, of course, just like your fur baby. I'm able to just take this, give it a nice pass. It's easy, it's lightweight, it's 4.5 pounds. It comes all already, you know, assembled. I just give this a pass just like this. And then that's it. I could just put it back on its stand. And what's really important to remember is that you're not using chemical spray. You probably think, oh, I'll just take that chemical spray everything. Now you have chemical, God only knows what it's doing to the material. No chemical spray, that's not for you. And then if you're using these wands are tiny. This is fine for a cell phone. Can you even see that little tiny light? A cell phone or a computer pad. But you know, use the 6-inch wide and no more plastic allergen covers. You don't even need to do that. So this is an all-encompassing item that I know you're going to love having for your family. You just give it a wash and that's it.
And at this price, though, it is awfully hard to say no to it. So no kidding, $50 off. That's basically today's special price. I'll just tell you that right now. You still get that 30-day return policy and free shipping. Alexandra, thanks for letting us, you know, see what's going on at home. Be safe, okay?
Welcome. You too, my friend. I miss you very much.
I miss you too. Thank you, Alexandra. All right, don't hang up on your RAYCOP. Remember, that is a reduced price only as long as supplies last. All right, we're going around your home.